Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a short video. It's off of Chilli's live stream that he did. It was like 2.5 hours long. Ham Banana is pretty much killing it with that live stream by putting it out in different parts. And he's doing an amazing job with that. So because I'm trying to touch base with other things, I'm not going to do this live stream and cut it up and do what Ham Banana is doing, because he's doing an amazing job on his own. However, there's one part in the live stream that I just have to make a video on. He's so full of shit. Like, what can I say? He sits there, and every time he sees a cop car on the side of the road, first of all, he says they're hiding. He's driving through the desert. There's no trees. There's no mountain. There's no building. How do you hide in plain sight, Chilli? Really? You're so ignorant. You can't, he can't even tell the truth when it's right there and everybody can see the truth. He'll still lie about it. It's just ridiculous how often and easily this man-child can actually lie about anything. So he starts going on first about how social media is killing alpha males. Well, he's not an alpha male. Alpha males are not victims. Alpha males make sure that they don't put themselves in positions to become a victim. Chilli is a 24/7 victim. And that's out of his own mouth. He's always got to be a victim. It's attention for him. If he's not a victim, he's not getting attention. If he's not getting attention, he has no life. Anyways, just watch. I mean, it's going to make you sick just to see him interact with this police officer. It's just sickening the way he talks to these police officers. And he's only doing it because he's on live stream. I mean, he sees all these cops and he's like, well, I would have turned around and confronted that cop, but this was happening, or there was a semi behind me. I couldn't do it. There was always a reason. For some reason, he was able to get to this one, and that's why he did, or he was afraid that his subscribers were going to get sick of him claiming he was going to do it, but not doing it. I'm not sure. But he does, and he makes a fool out of himself as usual. Enjoy the video.
I could grapple still for a solid 10-15 minutes. So I'm still in good enough shape. But I haven't worked out very much, and so I'm about to get back into that. I'm about to get back into it. There's going to be a piggy here pretty soon. I'll pull over as soon as I find a piggy. As soon as we find a piggy that's got someone pulled over, I'll pull over and I'll ask him. Or if I see a piggy hiding on the side of the road, I will pull over there and ask him what he's doing. Like, what he thinks his life is worth. What do you think your value is by you hiding on the side of the road and feeding and finding things? We saw that, didn't we, in Denver? Didn't we, DLZ Clips? Didn't you just cut that one? DLZ Clips just cut this video when I walked up to this cop and I said, what are you doing here? And he goes, what I'm doing is perfectly fine. I think what I'm doing is good. Like, that's what he literally believes. That's how big of a gap we have between these cop suckers and pigs and between...
So you want to pull over and ask a cop what his life is worth? What his value is, what he's worth? You don't even have to pull over and ask a cop, which, by the way, pulling over for a non-emergency situation is violating traffic laws. Keep that in mind. Your little Mississippi case law does not help you in any state. Not even in Mississippi, really. But I can give you the answer to that. It's all higher than you. They have more worth and more value in their left foot than you have in your entire being. They're out there at least working. They're doing a job. They're supporting their family. You are doing nothing. You're all talk and no action. You talk about wanting to change this. You talk about wanting to do this and do that and help people, but you don't do any of it. You're not going to change a single thing. By what? Driving around with a bed behind you in the back seat? Borrowing somebody else's car? Couch hopping from whoever the hell will let you lay on their couch? And then suing everybody that hurt your poor little feelings. You're not doing a damn thing. You've got every one of your subscribers so fooled into thinking that you are something special and that you're going to change things for them. When in actuality, the only thing you're doing for them is taking their money. going on vacation, buying new clothes with it. You have no worth. You are worthless. You are a bum. All you're missing is a shopping cart. And I am praying that you're going to go into a state where the police will notice your reckless driving, pull you over, ticket you, and by the grace of God, a judge will revoke your driver's license to save every human life in every state that you would go into who's driving on the same road as you. Yeah, I'm praying for that. I am praying that a judge revokes your license so that human life will not be taken by your selfish driving. So go ahead, pull over and ask a cop those questions. Because the only one that's going to look stupid in the end, technically at the beginning, the middle, and the end.
So proud of himself. And then there was a cop in New Mexico that I pulled over, and he was like, I'm damn proud of what I've done the last 20 years. And I said, what you've done the last 20 years has ruined this country. You're a part of the problem. You are the actual tip of the spear of the problem of government. It's you. So that's where we are. That's where we are. That's the problem that we're having in America, is that these cops think that they're not wrong. They think that what they do is good and justified. We saw that in Uvalde, the groupthink. They couldn't go into the room because officer safety was paramount. And when you had all those guys in there with the different rankings, captain, lieutenant, major, then those guys are going, officer safety first. And so that groupthink mentality, more training. Pigs need more training. Really? To train them to officer safety first? As they hit the gunshots on the released body cam footage, they hit the gunshots and they muted the kids screaming as they were being murdered as the cops were on the other side of the wall. But they dress up like G.I. Joe loser and they don't go in when kids are being murdered because groupthink teaches them officer safety is the most important thing. Officer safety.
No, Chilli, the problem with this country are people like you. You are what is wrong with this country. You are an entitled little brat who thinks you're a man, driving around in somebody else's car, couch hopping on everybody's couch that you can find, no home. You lie about everything, but yet you want to criticize a police officer all because they made you face the consequences for your actions. They did their job. You're a failed actor. Not even an actor. You're just a failed Power Ranger. You couldn't even cut it as a Power Ranger. Like, the only thing worse than that would be not being able to cut it as SpongeBob's voice or Patrick's voice. Like, you couldn't be a voice actor. That would be the worst thing. You are right above that, as you couldn't even cut it out to be a freaking Power Ranger. But you want to go out there and criticize a cop? They put their lives on the line every day that they put that uniform on and they walk out into the world. I'm not saying that every cop is good. I'm not saying every cop is bad. There's a mix of both. Just like there's a mix of both good and bad people in this world. But somebody who literally does nothing with his own life other than drive around trying to find innocent people to grift off of for your own benefit and attention, with your bed right there behind you in the back seat, you have no room to criticize any human being, let alone a cop. Because I guarantee you, you would never run into a building and save a single child. Whether it was a shooting or whether it was a fire, you are too selfish. That is who you are. Do you want to know why I can say that? Because you have proven who you are. You have proven already that you are a vile human being. Do you remember that night in LA when you pulled over to record a traffic stop? And the first thing out of your mouth was, "Oh, she looks like she's on meth. I bet she's on meth. She looks like she's on meth. She looks like she's all drugged out. She's not all there." Then, because you realize that your subscribers could actually look bad at you for saying that, only to look good in front of your camera, you offered this lady an Uber ride home. You offered to pay for said Uber ride. Subscribers even sent you money to pay for that Uber. You never intended on getting her an Uber. You never intended it. But you took that money. You took that money that was sent to you to buy that woman an Uber ride. And after she asked you about it, after you had already told her you were going to do it multiple times, you slink away like the coward beta boy you are. Quietly get in your car, technically your friend's car, and you drive away, leaving that woman looking for you because she thought somebody cared enough to help her out. But no, it was just Chilli. If you ever see Chilli on the road and you need help, no, he's the last one that's willing to help. He's willing to tell you he'll help. He's willing to lie to you about helping you, but he's not actually ever going to do it. Just like what you're doing to your subscribers. You're telling them that you're going to change everything and do this and do that. You never have. You don't intend to do anything. The only thing you intend to do is continue taking their money.
Truly what this is about, that we have lost our country to pigs, tyranny, prisons, jails, that no matter what you do, the cop can arrest you for no reason and you are not allowed to resist a wrongful arrest. That has to change. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to agree to being arrested. I don't know. There's no reason to arrest me. I don't know if I'm going to agree to it. I'm at the point where I don't think I'm going to, I don't agree to being arrested for no reason anymore. I'm not just going to turn around and put my hands behind my back anymore. I'm done with it. Oh, here we go.
Hey, Chilli, here's a news flash for you. I hate to burst your little bubble, but yeah, you don't get a choice whether or not you're being arrested or not. If you're doing something and you're being arrested for that, you don't have a choice to consent to being arrested. However, if you want to sit there and refuse to be arrested and get tased and thrown down on the ground, please, by all means.
Just curious. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Hi. How you doing? Stop. How you doing? I'm just wondering what you guys are doing. I've seen, just so you know, I've seen maybe 50 cop cars on the side of the road. 50. What are you doing? Check speed. So say someone's speeding. What good's that? You're gonna give them a ticket? You take their money? No, you give someone a ticket, you take their money. So someone's New Year's Eve, if you give me a ticket for doing 75 in a 65 or 85 in a 65, you're just stealing my money. You're literally just stealing my money. You are. And this interstate 75. Okay, right. So, well, what is your functionality? What's the functionality of rights protectors in America? What is the function? What are you supposed to be doing in our country? Protecting our rights. Is this protecting rights? No, it's not. It's not. This is exactly what we don't want. This is everything the people in America do not want. We want you guys to protect rights, solve rape cases, arrest pedophiles. We want murderers, people who physically assault another person, which, by the way, I'm all for fist fighting in the right arena. This is garbage. And I've seen so many of you guys hiding on the side of the road. It makes me want to vomit. It does. And you are a man, meaning that you have a worth. Your soul is from God, just like mine is. But yet, this is what you do with your time. Why? You don't see a higher worth for yourself? I'm just asking. I mean, I'm just having a cordial. What do you guys call it? A consensual conversation? Isn't that what you call it? You say this is a consensual conversation, and I can say, okay, am I detained or am I free to go, and I can just walk away, right? You can just drive away. But what I'm asking you is, do you think this is a true value of a man to sit here and scan people for speeding? No. Then why are you doing it? It's your job. So you're just following orders. Then this is not your job. If you were not ordered to do this, then this is not your job. Am I wrong? I mean, look, you're a man, I'm a man. I'm just having a man-to-man conversation with you. This for us, for the hundreds of people watching me, they hate this. We all hate this. This is not a representation of you as a human being. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of you guys trying to find a reason to steal my money. Where's the victim of going 85 to 75? Where's the victim? Is there any victim? I got my dog here. You know, I'm not trying to pull over and have a shootout or a fist fight. I'm just asking you, like, do you agree that what you're doing is good? What's that?
You do much more than just this.
Oh, I know you do much more than this. I know it. That's the problem. We want you guys to protect our rights. I want you guys to protect me if I'm afraid of somebody. I want you to stop the guy from beating his wife. I want you to stop the guy who's driving 150. That's what I want you to do.
Stop this.
Right. So if I'm doing 85, are you going to give me a ticket? You can't answer the question. You're a young dude, man. You could do something else. You chose to do this. How many people do you think you arrest? How many people do you think you arrest every week? You've lost count of how many people you've arrested. So I hear cops say all the time, I have a right to go home safe to my family too, right? That's what you guys say, isn't that? And your real motto between cops is what? Is it protect and serve? No. Your real motto is whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. That's what you guys say to each other at the precinct. You guys fist bump and say whatever it takes for me to go home safe at the end of my shift. So that means that your life's important and mine's not. What's that? Every life is important, but then you say, I have a right to go home safe to my family, but then you take people, you said you've lost count of how many people you've arrested. You gotta go? Better than sitting here. Hopefully you protect somebody. Take care, dude.
Chilli is so full of it. He's not curious. He knows he's only going over there so he can be a douchebag to the police officer. And he sits there and he says he's seen 50 police cars. Like, no, you haven't. Stop lying. Like, everything out of his mouth is a freaking lie. It's just pathetic how much of a liar this man is. Man-child, sorry, he's not a man. And you know, he sits there and he says, you're ruining somebody's New Year's Eve by giving them a ticket. No, If you're going to speed that high over the speed limit, you're ruining your own New Year's Eve. Don't speed. It's common sense. You actually learn that as a young child. You don't speed. If you don't want a ticket, you don't speed. If you don't want to go to prison, don't commit crimes. Don't kill people. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's simple. I don't know how much more simple I can make it. Like, I'm trying to dumb it down as possible for Chilli and his subscribers to understand. But if I dumb it down any further than that, it's going to hurt. So that's as far as I can dumb this down. The cop is protecting lives. Plain and simple. Do you know how? I'm sure my subscribers know how, but this is for Chilli. They're protecting lives by pulling people over who are speeding. Because of people like you, Chilli, who only care about themselves. Let's face it, you only care about yourself. Who's driving at 75, 89 miles an hour with two phones in his hands, staring at himself in one phone, reading comments on another phone, not looking at the road. You don't care. You don't care if you have an accident and hurt somebody on the road or kill somebody. You don't care. Because it's only about you. You are the only person you care about. That's it. So yes, when a police officer pulls you over, gives you a ticket for speeding, he is actually protecting our lives. Because I know for a fact, when I get in my car, I have to trust the people that are around me in their cars. And it's kind of hard to do when I know there's people like you out there driving around. who don't care if they hit me and kill me or my son because they wanted to live stream and stare at themselves in a phone. So yes, pulling you over is the best thing a cop can do, and one way that they can help save lives on these roads. Like I said, I pray every day that your license gets revoked. Who cares if you are tired of any of this? You bring on everything yourself. Any negative thing that happens in your life, you have brought that on yourself. Just as I've brought any negative thing on myself. Nobody else has done it. I did it. It was my actions, my choices, my behavior. I dealt with the consequences and I changed. You, on the other hand, will do nothing but blame everybody else so that you look innocent. You want to blame everyone else because you want to look like you're the innocent victim. The poor little victim, Chilli. Poor little Chilli. He's always a victim. You're a victim because you put yourself in those situations. You make yourself a victim, which, by the way, is not an alpha. An alpha is never a victim. At least the cop has some value. At least he has a job. You have no value. Where's your value, Chilli? Where's your value? You have nothing. You own nothing. Everything you have belongs to somebody else. Like, I don't know why you want to sit there and talk down about people who actually have a job, because at least they have something to call their own, like a car and a home. A woman that would want to touch him without being chemically induced. You have nothing.
Of course he has to go. Of course he has to go. Fucking thug, jackboot, piece of shit, garbage, trash. This makes me sick. Fucking trash. Absolute trash. Admits that he's not doing any good. He admitted, I'm not doing any good. I asked him, you think this is doing any good? And he said no. Shook his head no. I wish I'd had the key. And then, of course, he looked at his computer screen. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta call. Bullshit. Bullshit. You just didn't want to.
So Chilli pulled over to have a conversation with this police officer for one reason and one reason only. To have an argument, to cause conflict, to provoke this police officer into yelling at him, getting out of his vehicle, and possibly detaining or arresting Chilli, because we all know Chilli would have gotten even more belligerent than that if the cop had reacted. The cop did not react to Chilli's bait, and you see how Chilli behaved because the cop did not react to his bait. He got mad, so freaking mad, that this cop did not take the bait, because it just contradicts what he says about cops. He's trying to convince his subscribers that all cops are pieces of shit, that cops are all horrible people. And this cop was nothing but courteous, nice, never raised his voice. And it made Chilli look stupid. It made Chilli look like a liar to his subscribers. That's why he's mad at the end of that. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love seeing him get so triggered over the fact that he made himself out to be a liar. The only person that looked stupid in that whole interaction was Chilli. And he knew it. And I loved every second of it. Well, if there's one thing I can say about Chilli, is projection is literally the only talent he has. The only talent he has is projection. And he proves that every time he opens his mouth and talks crap about other people. It's just, he's a sad, pathetic little man-child that will never grow up. He's 48 years old and he's never going to grow up. He will be 80 years old, still out there getting arrested, still speeding, still getting tickets, running around, yelling and screaming at police. But hopefully by then, nobody will be buying his crap. Everyone will see through all of his lies, his manipulations, his fraud, everything. And hopefully he doesn't have a driver's license. So he's either going to have to ride the back on top of Charlie, or he's going to have to start traveling by foot. And then actually he can say he's traveling then. So, anyways, yeah, it was a little bit longer than I anticipated. I'm sorry. Um, but I wanted to make this, I wanted to make a video about this live stream. But like I said, this live stream is just way too long to dissect. So I chose the best part out of it to dissect and show Chilli's true colors. And even though he does that on a constant basis, I'd say that this interaction that he had with the cop was perfect. It really shows Chilli's true colors. It shows who he is and how vile of a person he is. And like I said, my mission is to somehow help his subscribers realize they're being lied to and manipulated, and help future people who check out his channel to realize he's not worth subscribing or listening to. So, yeah, that was that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I got a little heated in it, but I don't know. When I think about all the people that he is hurting, and I think about all the people that he could possibly hurt or kill on the road, it makes me angry. It makes me angry when somebody doesn't care about human life other than their own. It's this selfishness that I cannot stand. I cannot stand selfish people. So, anyways, again, hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. I look forward to spending time with you guys on my live stream. I will let you know exactly what day that would be. I was thinking Sunday, but then people go to church and stuff like that. And I want everybody to be involved in this live stream. So I wanted to make sure I do this on a day and during a time that everybody can attend and we can all have fun together. So I'm thinking possibly Monday. I thought Saturday too, but that's New Year's Eve. Everybody wants to get drunk. Hey, I get it. I'm not gonna sit there and do a live stream and expect people to watch me instead of getting drunk. So I'm thinking Monday. I'm gonna talk to my guests that are going to be on and see if that works for them as well. But again, I will give you a 24-hour notice before it even happens. That way you know exactly what day and time it is. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys live. Like, I'm so excited about this. Anyways, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe. I love you.